Hello viewers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. I just had the best tacos, you guys. You have no idea. Alright, so fat with tacos and complacency. Let's see where we end up. I really want to do something in the ruins. I would like to unlock the final boss there, the second boss. The final of, the two. The question is, that's fine, but honestly, I don't know that I would ever equip this over real gear. This is a pretty good thing, but we have one already. So I don't know how useful a second one's going to be. Let's take a quick look. Do any of the other missions available have anything that's like obviously we have to go get? I would like a sun cloak. That's a nice thing, and of course we always need deeds. Bullseye bandana is pretty good. That looks pretty good. Yes, I think I remember. I think I remember that this is what I was. This is what I was considering. Yeah, let's go for this. I like this. Alright, so let's clear the party. Clear the bench here. Most of our level 3s have reasonable gear because they got to be level 3s by getting through bosses. You are right, you are being treated for all of the horrible afflictions that you've been saddled with. So let's say Dismas already has a legendary bracer. We probably want him here. We will replace his 10% damage with accuracy and crit. This is sort of the classic damage dealer setup. Actually, the focus ring is less good than it used to be. I think they toned it down a little bit. Of course, it used to be, way back in the day, it'd be hardcore. You just went double legendary bracer because that was the thing you could do. How about we do something like this? Right, you have this stuff. Do I want Weakening Curse? I'll bring Weakening Curse. We could do this, because we don't want Dismas in front, really. Blackjack requires first 2 slots. See, he's already pretty teched out for the front row. Target Whistle's not so good with this party. It might be worth changing it out. Oh, no, actually, Target Whistle is the only... These are the only 4 skills he can use from the very front row. We'd like our A-Bomb to be in the second row because it lets him use both his human mode ability and his beast mode abilities. Man, I don't really like Tracking Shot. Honestly, I'm going to keep Point Blank Shot on him just because there's a chance of us getting surprised and him getting pushed to the front. I will probably never use Tracking Shot is the thing about Tracking Shot. Redfield, do you have good... You have okay trinkets on... We gotta get you... I may just steal that incense, because that incense is totally fine. -4 dodge, +4 accuracy. Speed and dodge. Let's do this. Let's do speed and dodge. I like it when he goes early, both because the earlier in a round he goes, the more likely he is to be able to clean up a mess that happened in the previous round, and also because Abyssal Artillery really loses some of its value if he doesn't get to go pretty early. Okay, the Warrens, huh? This looks like a real party. These look like grown-up dudes with actual weapons. Alright, so let's bring a bunch of stuff. If you've been watching the Let's Play, you know how I do at this point. We're going to be fighting pigmen. So, I'm trying to remember. In most, possibly every, most or possibly all of the areas, there is a monster that does not appear in the green dungeons. A large 2-space monster. I'm trying to remember if that's true here, and if so, what it does. I cannot remember. So we're just gonna kind of bring a smattering of things. I don't remember. Listen, I have quote unquote beaten the game a couple of times in that I've gotten files to the point where they were completely maxed out and there was nothing left to do. But I haven't done it in a little while. It's been a few months. So some things escape me.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
We can only hope, right? Okay. So the ceremonial first hallway trap. Resolved with little fanfare this time. Promising enough start. Oh, I always forget to grab the map. We have that really sweet map. Okay, well, actually, we don't even need to go this way, because we need room battles. But obviously... Oh! Darn it. Yes, I suppose so. Maybe you should have thought of that before you touched it. I do need to purge my party of those compulsion quirks. A lot of them aren't even that bad, really. Oh, he has the same one. He's become fascinated with the remains and gained an additional compulsion. All right. So apparently it's, or did this replace? Yes. Okay, this replaced his other compulsion. That's actually fine. That is, he is at least compulsion neutral on that exchange. Which is a strange phrase to have to use. Okay. An inauspicious beginning. Crits right off the bat. Alright, well. Limit the incoming attacks. Let's not get crit to death, huh? I think we're going to stun this guy because I want to really lay into this guy with our damage dealers. We're just going to try to kill him before he has another chance to go at us. Oh, he resisted the bleed. Sadly, you're very unlikely to do any meaningful damage to him. I don't particularly want to... Yeah, I don't want to transform. We'll just get this kill. We'll take... He's at 85% stun resist, and I have 144... Okay, yeah, so I still got it. That will not be as true on this next turn, so let's try to get him down. But it would be pretty cool if we managed to finish this battle off without actually taking a hit from that guy. We throw out the heal because our poor guy cannot contribute meaningfully. He only gained 40. We still have like a 60% chance for this stun to land. Let's go for it. Okay. We didn't really have a better attack option. Yeah, you only have 140. But also, this is your only actual attack without transforming. And I don't want to transform yet, so we'll just give him a wallop. Oh, please don't land the stun. Okay, good. 'cause I didn't want to get an actual attack in here. So as you can see on the yellow and higher difficulties, even relatively unthreatening battles last longer due to enemy HP scaling up, and then of course there is the fact that I brought a party with actually pretty low damage output. Lots of control, but we really only have good damage output if I'm willing to transform the abomination. So you're missing 6 and you're missing 7. Yeah, you. Okay, this should do it.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay. So that's 1,500 gold. I forgot, you can press tab to switch between the panels now. I don't have to keep clicking. Go forward, guys. Alright, I am totally willing to transform for this. Too much stress, too many diseases at stake. Let's hit it. We are going to go on a rampage on this guy.
Continue the onslaught.
There you go.
Destroy them all.
It does power down our abyssal artillery, but I hate those guys so much. We're still gonna artillery too. Oh wow. Surprise! Nobody saw that coming, right? Okay, so a crit abyssal artillery would kill him. Anything less than a crit, and we're going to have to hit him twice, which I'm never happy to have to do. We'll focus on this fellow. He seems to have a higher crit rate. Alright. Well, he crit the crap out of that corpse a couple of times, so that was cool. Sadly, it just doesn't do enough damage.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And just like last time, we have control of this guy for another go around here. Now we're going to have to actually hit him. That's okay, we have the tools for that. Now the question is, it would be a real shame to have to waste Rampage on this Marcher with 6 HP. I would much rather use Abyssal Artillery or something. Obviously, it will be a bummer if the Marcher gets a turn before we can kill him. But I really do think it's best to focus the big attacks on the big guy. There we go. And now a Grape Shot will finish him off. Put a little bit more on him. A stun on the Occultist would be completely meaningless to us, so that's fine. I mean, it's not completely meaningless. It does mean we miss a heal. But it probably does not mean an extra attack taken. Okay, you're dead. So we'll do this. Okay, we're already out of room. So what don't we need? Probably we don't end up needing this, right? Oh, how I wish we had thought to bring some kind of map that would help us scout out these locations. Well, we have to check every room that we don't scout because
Machinations spring to life.
all right.
With a singular purpose.
Alright, yeah. Did you forget what you were doing there, buddy? So what's he at now? 55? Yeah. So, okay, I've had a comment on an earlier video. Okay. I had a comment on an earlier video talking about how unfortunate with the crits, man.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Well, that's pretty bad news. Good dodge. Please don't. Yep. Please don't do that.
Wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
It does feel like a waste, Wayne. That's true. So this is a thing of Darkest Dungeon. When you start the game up, it tells you flat out. What is the bleed on this? Is 6 points? Yeah, I think we're way better off just laying the stun on. And you are definitely transforming. When you start up Darkest Dungeon, it pops up a splash screen that says to you, in plain English, Darkest Dungeon is a game about making the best of a bad situation. People are going to die. Things are going to go wrong. Variance is what it is. And what it is inescapable. So you have to take stuff like that in stride. You are going to lose people no matter how well you prepare. I'm trying to think. What is the most effective thing to do here? I'm actually not that worried about the output of the Marcher at this point. We're all in kind of a middle ground where we can take some more stress and it won't be a big deal, especially since we still have a camp coming up. And Dismas has gallows humor, doesn't he? Oh no, he is not the rogue, or the highwayman, sorry, with gallows humor. In that case, should I just lay on the... Yeah. In that case, let's shoot the Marcher. I don't want anybody stressing out. We are going to try to go on with the mission for now. So, I want to try to keep people together a little bit here. Okay, good dodges, everyone. Sadly, we actually have very limited back row damage now. Alright, that's a lot more meaningful when there's still monsters left in the fight. Other monsters, I should say. Alright, let's see here.
Be wary.
So let's pick up all the stuff we already have stacks for.
Precipitates a dizzying fall.
We're not going to need these bandages. This feather crystal is pretty valuable. I don't mind so much losing the dodge stone, but we'll take it over some medicinal herbs. You have high health. You see if this is trapped. Wow. Man. I intend to push on. I don't want to camp in this room. Oh. How badly do I need portraits? If these were deeds, I would definitely toss stuff for them. Portraits upgrade the bar and the guild, which is the place where you upgrade your skills. We do still need guild updates, or upgrades. I am definitely not willing to throw the dog treat away with a party member down. We may actually need it to complete the mission. Is 3 trinkets worth a dodge? Is 3 portraits worth a dodge stone? No, we're gonna leave some heirlooms behind. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, you are gonna lose people. It's gonna happen. There's no amount of preparing that you can do that will make it impossible for your party members to die. Oh, well that's handy. How many more battles are we looking at? Okay, it was only a partial map. Is it worth walking all the way back around to get to this battle? Do I want to put that much effort into avoiding this battle? No. Probably not. I'm just going to go ahead and camp now.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
So we have one character dead and one character is a stress faster. So, very little food consumption. Let's do this. Who's got the highest stress? 48. Alright, we'll encourage you. I'm going to give the Abomination the stress resist buff because he's going to spend a lot of time transformed now. Ordinarily I would release the Hound, but we have so much of the dungeon explored at this point, or I should say so little of the dungeon unexplored, that I don't know that we really need more scouting. So we'll take the bonus against surprise and another bonus against surprise, or we can get like 4 speed on the... Yeah, let's do that instead. He can feel it. Alright, if we get attacked by a horrible shambler during the night, then so be it, I guess.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, let's go. 2 battles, and then maybe a bunch more battles afterward. We'll see. Oh, hey, it's a ghoul. Alright, so the ghoul is a type of monster that does not appear in green dungeons. It is a scary monster. It's capable of doing quite a bit of damage. It has quite a bit of prot. And also it has some pretty powerful stressing techniques. But not incredibly high stun resistance. So, you'll notice that it does get super stun resist. Larger monsters sometimes get greater stun resist buffs. 40 prot is very unfortunate. And we don't really have a great way of dealing with that. Here comes his AoE stress attack. It also lowers the torch, as you can see, which is pretty common for these types of things. Fortunately, we did leave Target Whistle on. We can reduce his prot by 25%. He has low enough blight and bleed resist. I know I have clean guns on, but the bleed is just too valuable. Alright. Pretty hard. Okay, we resisted the stun, and that means that the ghoul doesn't get to attack again. So that's good. You know, I didn't put lick wounds on him, but maybe I should. Maybe I should swap their positions.
Their cursed champion falls.
Now that we're in the position we're in.
This expedition at least promises success.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. We're reliant on food for healing to a pretty great degree at this point. So do I want to reconfigure him? You know what, I do. Now that things have changed the way they have changed, why don't we do this? Because Fitzlin's going to have to transform basically every fight now. We have to be sure. Yeah. Okay. So we can convert our Houndmaster into more of a focus damage dealer. Maybe I should have left the all bleed skill on him. He probably doesn't need the runs. Well, he certainly doesn't need the runs. Stop puking. What is wrong with you? That's disgusting. What do the runs do? Okay, the runs are real bad. Well, a Grape Shot Blast will solve that, but I'm a little sad that I have to use Grape Shot Blast. Fortunately, our Abomination is almost invincible to small incremental damage like that. Somebody has to really hit him hard for it to stick, given that he heals automatically every time he transforms back into human mode. Oh wow, unfortunate. He's just leaving everybody alive. Houndmaster, also quite a resilient target. Let's just make sure that doesn't happen anymore. Dismiss your gross dude. Ooh. Yeah, you remember that thing I was saying about getting hit hard enough for it to stick? That's what just happened. I think we'd rather skip a vomit than an attack, even after the butcher's cut that we just saw. I'd rather take another one of those than a critical vomit. Ah, dodged, man. We're having a terrible time getting good kills here. These enemies are getting a lot more attacks than I would like. It's a big bleed.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Ooh, Dismas. Dismas is in rough shape. This guy has to die fast. Now we might get lucky. This could turn out to be the last room battle, right? I'm not optimistic that it will be. I think there's going to be one more. But this could be it. And we have to live on hope here. Yep, he sure is.
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Alright, we're going to ignore this guy so that we can get some free healing on. This seems like a fine time to pray for absolution. Okay, thank God.
Cuts on its own.
Huh. Man. I'm willing to drop 500 gold worth of things to start a new stack of gold. Alright, Dismas, get off Death's Door. And then I'm going to let him take the tick from this. Okay.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
And then feed him again. Alright, so we have at least 2 more battles to go. Things are looking pretty bad. Maybe we should just bail. We have a lot of valuable trinkets on the line here if we fail this. We are definitely using that doggy treat on the next battle. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep guard on because I want to be able to guard Dismas. Yep, everybody eat up. Let's keep the light level nice and high. Alright, so we only need 200 more gold to make that,
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
to make Operation Citrine Drop worth doing. Okay, here we go. Fitzland's gonna lose his goddamn mind. If he transforms... Man... Alright, we're gonna go for luck here. That may have been unwise. Alright, Dismas. Get lucky. Get lucky now. That ain't lucky. Not lucky enough, anyway. I don't know why I stunned him. I should have stunned the injured one. Because I knew that all three of them were going to get turns before we got to do anything. Yeah, that was just me being silly. He's at 81 now. Here's hoping. Oh! Dismas' turn? Nope. Grape Shot Blast would have done wonders there. Well, this guy still hasn't had his action yet. We could still stop him from acting. That's gonna push Dismas over. Alright, let's see. Selfish is fine in this situation.
At any cost.
Okay.
Masterfully executed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. Selfish, not really that bad. Oh. The dodge. Alright, well.
Impressive.
I guess that'll do.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
How much dungeon we got left? Is it time to dump the stack of torches? Use one and then throw the other two out? Yeah, let's do it.
The light, the promise of safety.
So I want gold or 3 portraits. I don't think we're really tight on portraits yet. Let's take the extra gold. The thing that's preventing the guild from being maximally effective is not our upgrade level, but rather our hero levels. Okay, so one final battle coming up. We are probably going to see overstress on everybody. Right. Well, I know we don't need our shovels anymore, right? Okay. I think we can probably do this. Oh yes, that's the 2-space monster, the Swine Tor. I got a history with the Swine Tor, let me tell you. Durandal, paranoid. Alright, well, it is what it is. Hey, he's still friendly with the dog. Okay, the Swine Tor is a real problem. I had forgotten about this guy. So the question is, do I try to burn the Swine Tor down before he can kill anybody? Or do I try to isolate him just to reduce the number of attacks that are incoming? Probably that one, right? Let's... Okay, maybe it doesn't even matter what I try to do. Rough. 95% stun resistance is still not that high compared to our capacity to cudgel. Alright. Alright, Dismas. Sure. I don't know that passing in combat is avoiding blind idiocy. It kind of feels like that is the whole thing that blind idiocy is. Oh, they should have paranoia art for he untransformed. They should have paranoia art for the beast form. It seems a little silly that they don't. Well, Oh, he can't transform back. So we have to run away now. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, will you take the retreat? They will.
The sin is not in being outmatched, but in failing to recognize it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no way we can win that battle.
Wounds to be tended.
Lessons to be learned.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way we can win that battle without him being in beast form. So we lost a perfectly good occultist there. And we did not complete the mission. We did not get our sweet trinket. But we still came out alright on gold. 4,300 is not too bad. I think it'll cover our de-stress costs. So we're not gold negative, and we did get quite a few heirlooms. These things happen. Clotter, that's kind of irrelevant. That's a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. This can go away. -5 accuracy. -5 accuracy in all situations is...
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Okay, so Fitzland... Who was it that got the Fitz? Was it... Or the runs, rather. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. I like to do that before de-stressing, because it's so easy to miss the little disease marker, but there's no way you're going to not notice the giant, hey, I'm stressed out markers. So Fitzland will only... Yeah, he will only pray. Well, that's a shame. Prayer is just plain worse than the cloister. Oh well. Gold out. Bummer, man. Oh, we can replace our occultist immediately. Sort of replace. We did lose a lot of XP.
One must know it.
True story, man. This is what we get for not going to the ruins. What is this? Oh, those are pretty good. So let's see here. What are we going to be doing next time? These moon items for low light runs can be pretty powerful. Access to a cleansing crystal, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad as far as orange items go, I should say. Alright, so I think we will probably just be pushing the ruins next time. Sadly, we are no closer to fighting our yellow level bosses than we were at the beginning of the video. Oh well, setbacks. Man, you have lethargy. Let's go ahead and jam Mantell back into the sanitarium. I was really hoping that they would cure multiple diseases on him, and they failed. Yep, so that was it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Come back next time when we hopefully are a little bit less ambiguously successful. And I'll see you then.